Welcome to the Champion Mindset Collective podcast. Today, we have an incredible journey to share with you. I'm your host, Anthony Dahya, and I'm so grateful that you're here listening or viewing this podcast episode. We'd love for you to share this episode with your friends, your family, and your workmates. And if you haven't already done so, please follow this podcast so you don't miss any future episodes. And we can also get this podcast out to the wider community. Today, it's my absolute pleasure and privilege to welcome you all to this podcast interview. Today's guest is Mrs. Universe New Zealand 2024, teacher of music, art, of level 8 from Ukraine, a dance teacher of K-pop, a solo mum of 3 wonderful kids, and healthcare assistant. She's a testament to herself and others that life can be tough, although you can always find a reason to smile and keep moving forward. Growing up in a family of teachers in the very hungry 90s in Ukraine, she immigrated to New Zealand at the start of the year. She left with her kids after 11 years of marriage that ended, and then she never has given up. Always positive and continues to inspire others. She was involved in the social life in Ukraine, and she continues to live a lifestyle here in New Zealand. She's passionate about people and their rights and the happiness all around the world. She loves people, loves to see them grow and their dreams come true. She really is a curious person, loves to study and connect her knowledge with real experiences. It helps her keep peaceful inside, and she wants to help others find that same happiness and balance in their lives. Let's welcome Bogdana Brodiana to the Champion Mindset Collective podcast.
Thank you so much for the lovely introduction. And I want to say thank you for inviting me to this lovely podcast. I was following for previous podcast, and it was very exciting every time because each time you invite different people with different backgrounds, different level of succeed, and it's interesting just like you talking with your friend and listen life experience, because I believe each person it's unique. They have a unique purpose, unique background, and nobody knows which information, which experience which advice it will be help you on the different journey on your life.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you there. Well, welcome.
I'm in New Zealand.
Sorry, welcome, and it's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Sorry, you were saying?
I'm in New Zealand more than 9 years. I just want to explain it.
Right. So you've been here 9 years, more than 9 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
All right. So share with us a little bit about your journey that led you growing up in Ukraine during that hungry 90s era and to becoming Mrs. Universe New Zealand 2024. What were some pivotal moments along the way? Maybe you can share a little bit about your childhood.
Always, it's very, how to say it, I think for each person, it's kind of treasure to share some your childhood moment. It's not always easy, but how I looking for all my past, I'm appreciate for every step in my life. The same, I appreciate my parents, who's probably passed to me this uh, not stoppable feelings. They never was like negative for a long time. They always found it some creative things around. Even time was very hard and very tough. How you know by history when the Soviet Union it's broken out and every country started to be individual growing up and building up independent, the same as Ukraine. It was very hard time when the even people doesn't have a money to buy anything. They just have, like a tickets when you have limited things what you can take it. And even you have a job and you have full-time job, you can doesn't have a money for 6 months at all. The people who work on some food factory, they was quite lucky because sometimes uh, they get a payment by just giving some food. And my parents, how I said, both at the start was the teachers, and teachers is knowledge. You can't be like filled up your tummy with no knowledge.
Mm,
But because you filled up your mind, it's help you to find that way how to survive, how to stay positive, how to uh, growing up whole family together. And I doesn't. My grandparents was living far away, and they can't help us and my mom, and they was busy basically all time. But they also have a quite good support, and we have very good base for school and universe and all these things. It was quite strong, and I was involved in activities basically from 3 years old. My mother was a teacher of actor, and she's every time organized different events, and I was involved in them too. So it was quite exciting, and my brother too. And my father, he was a music teacher, and
mhm,
that's why when I growing up, they basically said, "Hey, you need to go to follow on me basically." And there was I was um, last child, like not my father was basically 55 years old when I born, and
mm,
for them it was quite important when I growing up. Uh, I get some profession when I have to go and be kind of sorted in their life before they pass it away.
mm,
And it's not like I was agree with all of their choices, but after time, how I said, I appreciate for everything. And I remember when I was young, I was playing with, this journaling when I writing down the name of my student and take it away who is in the class and not put my toys around to teach them. But on that period, I was just thinking, no, I will be not music teacher. I will be doesn't matter which teacher, but not music. Psychology teacher, I like psychology. I like was business on that time. But my parents said, unfortunately, in my country, the teacher was like payment was not so high. They said we can't pay you for going to that university, but started with this one. And when I start, I'm actually love it.
mm,
And what I understood, you don't have to stick in one specialization. If you doesn't like, you can have the knowledge what is you want to, and choosing your own road. The same, for example, my father, he's got three basically degree different. One,
mhm,
how I said, a teacher. Another one, he was going to, he's working as the engineer in the mine because it was more money for family. And also, he's got a political institute. But how I said, after opportunity, so change it, and they have to adapt to the new changes. And I'm growing up, and I have to adapt to and um, how to say it, understand the time. What is it? No, and yeah, sometimes. But I still remember the time when I was, I don't know, maybe 6 years old or something like that, and
mhm,
my brother was older, and we doesn't have anything in the house except rice
mm.
for 2 weeks at all.
Wow. Wow.
And we have colors different for the food coloring, and
Mhm.
we just make a different drop colors on the rice, and then make a different colors, and it looks like a different food.
Wow.
We showed this to the mom, You get, oh, look, it's so cool. It's rainbow now,
mm,
And I remember that time his mom was in one way, she was want to say happy something to us because we're just creative, but at the same time she's like almost crying because it's nothing what she can do, basically. But she's not afraid to get that extra job, like anything what she can do to just help family grow. Maybe that's why all in our family hard worker. And even I was going when I immigrated to New Zealand first time, it was quite hard, different, very big difference between my previous life. I think it's like a lot of people who just immigrate to another country. They have one level of the life, and they go into the New Zealand, and they have another level of the life, another expectation. And I'm a long time to thinking what I can do in New Zealand, how I can prove in New Zealand. Even I got my degree diploma, I was in some period and understood I need to help family.
mm,
I working as in a factory for
mm,
12 hours in a day.
mm,
I working on a farm. Now I'm working as a healthcare assistant, which is each of these job is give it to me some interesting things. For example, when I got on a farm, I was happy to understand more about, plant, land. I've grown up in a big city,
mm,
and I never know what is vegetables, how to grow
yeah.
vegetables and all these things. And I very likes to learn about that. When I got to the factory, it was like a challenge. Can I do 12 hours? Because before, when I worked as a teacher in back at Ukraine, I work in less hours, of course. It was more mind working than physical job. And yeah, I understand after time the work when you're doing basically the same for a long time, it's make my mind and body like stuck. I
Mm,
don't like this feel that I'm looking for something different. Um, yeah, and this healthcare assistant job, it was one of my choice. Um, in one way, it was interesting to know about physical body health, how our body working, and another things, it's one of my um, appreciated to my parents because both of my parents was passed away quite early when I was
mm,
22, and I was I understand how I was looking after my father basically in the last couple of years and doing basically all job what now I do it. And but as a family member, I know what they're feeling and how they looking it. But now when I can acknowledge, I'm happy to give it this back to the people who is actually need it in this moment. I like to feel in happy people around me in different, doesn't matter what I'm doing.
mm,
The same when I opened my business in here in New Zealand when I was still married. I just started my business. I was so happy to give it my knowledge and see how the children growing,
mm,
how they each of this movement they give it the impact not only on the body but also on the mind. I'll teach them how to use them energy in the right direction. I'm teaching about emotions, how to accept the emotions and what to do with them. I we're also doing different games for balance not only physical but inside too. And we have a lot of fun. I choose K-pop because it's basically combination between dance, sing. I like sing a lot too. Yeah, the music, which of course, dance, sing, and fashion, modeling, something exciting. Like it's so beautiful models of the like for the lady, and for the boys have to be strong and keep like repeating things to make it perfect
mhm,
and to the level what you can in this moment. Actually, I I like to I teach this teacher student too because they a lot of even teenagers and older they doesn't understand if you keep doing it, even 1 minute in a day, even doesn't matter which skills you choose. If you just keep doing it, you will grow. You
mm,
will change it.
mm,
And when we're doing video for the start of the term, and after that, at the end of the term, they see how they different, even for two couple of lessons, and they look at, oh, I'm actually not so bad, and it's growing confidence. And
mm.
I love this feelings, when student comes to me, just no, like this one. Yes, I like dance, yeah, and things. And after that, they just see it. Yeah, I can do it. I
Mm.
know maybe I'm not perfect, but I know who I want to be. That's so exciting.
Yeah. So what?
But
This journey of becoming Mrs. Universe New Zealand to 2024, like what were some of the moments that you had to go through to obviously there was a journey to get to a point to be able to win that pageant. What were the pivotal moments in that journey for you? What did you learn?
um, honestly, when I start, probably a lot of people thinking when you go into the beauty pageant, it's about just the beauty, about how to, doing makeup, how to stand it. But what I learned, beauty pageant, it's different from just the modeling.
Mm,
Modeling, you basically need to know how to stand it. Yeah, confidence, of course, too. That's another level. But on the beauty pageant, it's leadership school.
mm,
That's what I want to say because it's about beauty in and out. It's about push yourself out from your comfort zone, not
mm,
only doing this for yourself, but also standing out on a stage,
mm,
on different events. It's basically, I don't know how to say that, it's feelings, but it's more than you thinking. It's more than you thinking. Because for me, when I started doing it, yes, it wasn't my plan to go on and try to do like some trial modeling on beauty pageant before. Even imagine a year ago how I'm standing on the stage. It's like, I doesn't know how it will happen. How is it possible? I just started to relax and put this picture in my mind.
mm,
And when my application was accepted, it was surprise. I just looking at on the Facebook. This was watching it. I just try, I just why not, And then they accept it, and I go and represent my region, Hawke's Bay. I just, okay, the God universe give it to me to this opportunity. I need to carry on. I need to just go on and see how far I can go. It's it was exciting. It was like, okay, now I know this. I have to go. It was preparation like 3, 4 months before actually competition. We'll go. I have to drive in 6, 8 hours to Auckland to get some lessons. Some of the lessons I'm doing online, which is quite useful. Some of when we need to actually preparation phase, like catwalk, for example, I need to go on there. But I'm not regret. It was actually what I want to do. It was like feelings. It is right. I
mm.
have to be there. It was like that. And
Yeah.
even on the competition when they're asking some people that how you feeling, are you scared, are you in the stage, and I just thinking, yes, it's different, but I enjoy each moment because it's just right now you have this option, this opportunity. After that, it's a time to building up memories,
Mm,
it's a time to enjoy every moment that I'm here. I was working hard all that time, and it's not like I'm doing something special just for the pageant. I'm basically open up all my previous life, how I was involved in the community before from the beginning, basically. What I'm doing for the community, and I just started new things. I was invite people to do the charity for women's refuge. I was open up a little bit my backgrounds with my relationship, how it ended and why it ended, and what I'm thinking about home violence and all these things. And I'm basically rebuilding myself what I want to be, and in the
Mm.
same time, it was kind of natural.
Mm. So that was quite a bit of dedication to drive 6 hours each time you came up to Auckland. But to me, it sounds like it was your passion and even a purposeful mission for you to do that um, beauty pageant and to be able to win it. What was that journey like with the actual training and practicing and all that? What was that like? Was it quite tough and like mentally, physically? What was it like?
I have one funny story. um, I remember when one of my first catwalk lesson, is a brand amazing teacher. I was concentrate on the walking area, and it was we practice in not big building that I was looking at like on my step how I walking, and I bump my head on the roof on that side. I was driving like 8 hours in the morning. I'd have to pick up early to come on there. I'm concentrated on the training. I was excited to get new knowledge, and I just bumped my head. And I think, and I need to drive it back on the same day. I think, oh my God, what else? What else can happen? But even I was feeling support for another, my pageant sister, and to meet the people, it's another opportunity to meet people who is have the same kind of um, excitement, the same involvement in the social life and vision of the good things. I I love it.
Mm. Well, thank you for sharing that. I've got another question around being a solo mother of three. I mean, that doing all of this and being a solo mother of three, I mean, how do you balance your roles between as a teacher, a dancer, a healthcare assistant, and a parent in pursuing your passion and your personal growth?
No, it's one of the popular questions actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, that I think it's like if you ask any solo mom how you doing it, the answer will be probably similar as mine. If not me, to who?
yeah.
I just have to, and I'm doing it.
Hmm.
Yes, it's take it some good focus, focus on all aspects of your life. That's what I learned after my breaking up. How I said after 11 years, it was shocked. I was lost myself. I was very like self not confidence. Uh, you know, lot of regrets and all these bad things. And I'm step by step, I'm learning how to meditate, how to relax, how to understand my emotions, how to heal, and you know make it plan, make it plan for the day. Yes, when I was start my business, I did this plan from the morning to the end. Every hours, I have a list what I will do in it, and it will be include not only my work, it will be include also my kids. It will be include time with my husband on that moment, and little bit relax. It's just after how I said my breaking up, and after I heal, I understand how all these simple steps actually important and it's work.
Hmm.
Yes, for the start, you can feel like, no, I don't want to do it. It's kind of not working. My head is too busy or things like that. But I said, okay, your kids have just you. If you are healthy, they will be healthy. If you are happy, they will be happy. That's you need to find that way.
Hmm. Absolutely.
And yeah, it's of course that you need to looking after your sleep time, after your healthy exercise. I like to do gym, for example. It's one of my time when I could relax. in some way, and also doing physical activities to help me to sleep better. Like,
Mm.
it's working for me. I know for each person it can be different things. I actually make it like social questions in my page, in my Mrs. Universe New Zealand 2024. I have on Facebook. I'm ask people, what actually are you doing? Like, what make you happy, and what have you found that way to catch up your energy, relax and things? And a lot of answers was similar, like, music, listen to your favorite music, go to the nature, like
Mm.
looking on a wave, or read a book, or
Mm.
listen with the book, relaxing. But also have some different things, like for example, play play with my children. Sometimes it's gonna be relaxing moment too, or talking and spend time with my chicken.
Mhm.
Yeah, some the things like doing crochet, it's meditation things for them too. Uh, Cooking or washing dishes. It's a lot of different things which
Mm.
we can't expect it, but it's for me it was interesting uh, to try different things and listen myself, which is work for me. The same as different affirmation when you can find on YouTube, wherever. It's so a lot of options. Some of them, when you turn it on first time, I think, oh no, it's something stupid. I don't want it. But some of them, it's can like stuck something inside. I think, okay, that's I give it a try. Give it a try, and that's what's basically on this period of my life when I found this balance. I found that this things how to um, relax, how to looking after my health, my body, my mind, my children, and thinking about my career. It's all aspects which make our happiness real. Um, I want to share this with the people because after, like, when I talking to the different my friends or friends, I understood the advice what I give it to them. It's actually work. And if for someone it's make life better, and I said it's kind of my way to do a positive impact to the world, because that's what I'm actually said on my um when I on a beauty pageant. We have like we not only walk, we also doing like presentation, and I said things like, the one person, you can be not change the world if you help just one person, but you helping this one person, you can change whole world for this person.
Mm.
And
Yes.
if you look in deeply, the well, if one person is happy, they can make happier another person.
Mm.
For example, family members. If family is happy, they can give it impact to the social, to the community. If community happy, they can give it to the country, and that's how it grows.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So, what inspired you to keep going and maintain that positive outlook after you came to New Zealand and facing the challenges of starting over after the war in Ukraine?
It just makes sense. How I said, to be negative, to thinking about negative things, it sucking your energy. Sucking your energy, it means you doesn't have a power to do anything. If you doesn't have a power to do anything, it's basically step to decline. And if you're on that step down, you basically still living life, but you like a dead fish. It's not make sense.
Mm.
If you keep doing it, if you keep found that way how to building up your energy, it's give it to you opportunity to grow in yourself, to
Mm.
helping people around you, and going forward, that makes sense. It's just because if you're not growing, you will going down. You
Yeah.
never in the world it's stability. And what is interesting? It's nature. You can see the season, it changes. The leaves on a tree never the same. Nothing is this. Yes, it's we all have winter, summer. Yeah, we can prepare it for that, of honestly. But you also understand it's more like a, like a wave. Yes, it's going and it's spin around things, but this is a balance. It's nature to keep keep moving it.
Yeah. There's a saying, if you're not moving, if you're not growing, then you're revolving, which means you're going round and round in that hamster wheel. But if you're growing, then you're evolving.
All this knowledge, all this what I said right now, it's coming not from like moment when I was always positive. It's coming from the deep experience when I was feeling broken, when I was feeling down, when I feeling like, deep depressed moment. I got this all in my life. And it's coming from deep inside. I understand it's not make sense because I got this period of my life. I got this time when I basically lay down on the floor, looking on the sill and just thinking, oh my God, it's just too much. It's just too much. I want to be like, blank for everything. Just and just say it. I give it to myself the time that I said, okay, if you need this time, give it a couple of hours or maybe one day. But after that, my kids waiting for me. I can't allow it myself. If I was here, who will looking after them? It's very motivation fix.
Mm.
Um, and I think for even people doesn't have a kids and they are on that period of love their life and they doesn't have like even power to thinking about something positive. They need to know it's okay. It's absolutely fine because we are human being and we have some time like a winter, yeah, we just sleepy time. We need to take it out, everything from our body, from our mind, to let ourselves to grow in again. One advice what I want to say on these things, if you are on this time, just understand first, it's okay. It's not, it's okay. It's everybody hear this, but it's nature. It's normal, but it's in your power and it's your responsibility and also your privilege to change that. Just give yourself timer, limit time. What exactly you allowed yourself to be on this moment. When it's time's up, I don't put all your alarms. It's actually work. Okay, I don't know what to do. Alarms 1 hour, 2 hours. Din, din, din. Let's go do something and do some actions, small actions. Which even when you washing the dishes, you wash the dishes, you see the clean. It's give it to you positive things because it's nice. Some small positive things. That's why people go into a lot of people go into the gym because they know everything what I'm doing there. I put in myself, I will see result. That's a small result. That's why people sometimes look in like gaming things because they're excited to see the winner's moment. But we're talking about healthy way. There's a lot of different healthy way how you can catch up this achievement which make you happy and help you to get back your energy to found that way what you want to do, how who you want to be, and yeah, how to come back yourself, basically. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Mm. Thank you for sharing that. What are some of the biggest lessons you've learned from your experience as a K-pop dance teacher, and how do these lessons translate into other areas of your life? If you could, just briefly um, Tell us about that.
It's interesting questions. And how will people understand the K-pop? It's quite new style that's basically building up in 19th in Korea, and they come from the pop stars. I remember when I finished my college, I have a it's Ukraine one the singer who's sing and doing dance at the same time. I think how she can breathe and she's dancing and do it, but it looks so like full and complete for entertainment. Um, and I think I want to do the same. And when I chosen to teach K-pop, it's basically coming from my passion and my knowledge and my experience in all at the same time. Because I was dancing from 6 years old in my school, and it was, I mean, not in my school, in dance school. We learn ballet, we learn folk dance, and we learn step even. But after that, I just feel I want something more modern. I was learning hip hop, break dance, and when one of my friends asking me, "Oh, we have just some dance team. Maybe you can come to us and join." Because at that time it was quite popular, like new tendency. It's anime festivals, like Comic Cons, and they invite after party when they started doing dance battle and things like that. That was involved. And when I immigrated to New Zealand, I was missing this a lot. And at the same time, I'm missing to teach. And at the same time, I want to pass this passion to my children. I start to teach them. After that, they friends. After that, volunteers in the school. And they look at me and get say, "Why are you not doing this by yourself? Like we will join your class." And I was when I'm in some period of my life, I was not working. I was looking after kids, and I was thinking what else I can do. But just yes, looking after kids, it's another job. It's a big job, but at the same time, I like to grow in knowledge and get something. I was learn uh, digital design, animation. I started doing some videos, and it was interesting. I was thinking doing like a part job, online job, but even in the COVID, it probably will be good choice. But what I understood, if I doesn't have face-to-face contact with the people, it's not working for me. I need to get. And on that period of time when I just immigrated to New Zealand, I was missing my country. I was thinking what I can do. I just sit down and ask myself simple question. What I am doing during all my life, doesn't matter what. And answer was dancing, singing and dancing. Okay, that's good. If I'm doing that, we can put this on another level to share this with people, make it as a business and things like that. And I just thinking how to put all my knowledge together with the teaching, with dancing, with the singing, with all this videography, animation, and design things together. And answer was it's K-pop. That's how I'm started doing it K-pop. Not only because I'm missing and I'm excited and I like the institute of development of personality on that. Now it's quite different. I've started doing K-pop in 2012, and learned it more earlier. Um, yeah, that is basically my project with my unique method, which after time I'm attached not only, how I said, not everyone can be perfect dancer, but everyone can be a better person. That is my um, goal to every student or every person what I'm talking. I help them, motivate them, found that their own style. That's why K-pop, each dance you can see each piece they based on improvise. They based on improvise. And if you know how to improvise, if you accept yourself, you can relax, feel and beat, it's help you not only in a dance class, it will help you in a real life. Because our time we facing changes, facing challenges. You every time need to adapt it. You every time need to learn how to improvise, how to doing it, you know?
Mm.
And that's I think one of the important things, important skill what everyone can have to have. For children maybe it's easier because for them it's everything is open, mind is open. For adults and it's much harder, but they need it very much to found it that way who they are, relaxing, accepted, carry on, adapted and things.
You mentioned about loving to seeing people grow and achieve their dreams. Can you give an example of someone that you've helped that's inspired you?
I remember a couple of things. One of the, how I said, one of my students who is calm and completely shy about her everything, about her style, about her gender, about everything. And after that, I just one day I meet her on the street. She's listening to music. She's open it. She said, "I know what I want to do. I go in the university in Auckland to study psychology, and she's so relaxing, so happy." And it was inspiring. They said that yes, I make this big difference.
Mm.
And another things, my older child, I'm actually very when she started first time when she started drawing, just simple drawing pictures, yeah. Uh, I remember like your grandmother said, "Oh, you don't thinking to be an artist. It's like it's a work which is very cheap. Don't thinking to draw pictures, don't things like that." And she's focused a lot for math and physics, which she likes to. And I was thinking how to like I'm looking for each person and try to find it which is you know unique for them, which they make them happy and help you to grow. And I just look at my daughter, said, okay, I just learned digital design at this moment. Can I show you how this picture was on the paper can put it on the computer and what you can do with them? And I showed to her. I shared some of my video lessons, which is I did, and she started doing it so well. And I give like five to time her tablet when she's growing, drawing on them. And she's found it in new programs. She's found another things like it's more modern about, avatars when can move in the head. She's like in a game. And right now she study as a game designer. When she can use in
Wow.
her art, her things like about physics and math and things like that. And same time it's involved her passion, her vision, her style. And one of the things what also like, and she's showing me one of the she's like drawing character, and she's showing some of the design of the clothes what she's making. And she said like, look mom, this one, because this lady she's this have this character of her personality, and this I picked from this century because she's like this one from that century, like this one. Think, oh my God, when I tell her about the hierarchy of the style, this romantic, this old style from the history, they change it during the life because it was one of my work as an art teacher. I learned during the time how they changed it, the music teaching, art things, and how this connected together. And I just shared this with my daughter. And when she's now drawing, she's not only drawing beautiful things, but she's it's meaning, each pattern, it's meaning, and she's take it and say to me like it's her thoughts, it's her thinking. And I'm looking at, wow, that's so you're so smart, you're so things. But in my mind, oh my God, that's what I'm just saying it's actually right now growing up on her mind as her own things, and she's changed it in her own way, you know.
mm, mm,
And it was very exciting. And other things I remember when I just talk with um I want to buy like piano, and go into the shop and talk with one seller manager about the piano things, and we just have a good chat, a couple of guys, and he just said what he's doing right now, like play sales and stuff, and he's likes uh, guitars and all this instrument. And I'm looking where I can record it my voice because I want to like a couple of voice what I want to songs what I want to record it. That I have just like a studio at home which I'm doing just for myself and things. I want to uh, you know make it music for the children's book. And I just look and think, but why are you not doing it? You have so lot of knowledge, passion, and things. You should to try to do your own business.
mm,
I don't just leave it. I doesn't see him couple of years, and after that, I'm just meet him. I said, "Hi, how are you? What you doing?" I'm open my music school. I have a student now. I teach my own business. Wow, well done. He was really happy, and he's doing. And you never know sometimes what you said and how to impact in the people's life. And I'm pretty sure the student's very happy because what he's doing and how he's doing it differently coming from inside, the
mm.
beautiful things. And he started doing what he's thinking, like, yes, no, maybe. So do it. I believe we meet people for the reason.
Yeah.
And not always these people are ready to hear it what you can share with them.
Mm,
It's another like my life lesson, hard life lesson for even how it's better for your friend, your family member. It's not means they will be listen to you or ready to do the steps to change the situation.
mm, mm. Yeah.
And if you that's why it's important to sometimes open your mind, refresh your mind to be able hear it, the universe voice,
Mm,
basically.
mm. I've got a couple of more questions before we get into the quick fire questions. So, how do you stay connected with your culture, the Ukrainian culture here in New Zealand? Is there a large community? Do you get involved in the Ukrainian cultural um, side of things?
Thank you for the question. I think it's quite important for a lot of people who just immigrate, is right. How I realize a lot of people who just immigrate for different reasons. Um, First couple of years, they are sometimes doesn't want to hear anything about their roots, about the language or what they want to do. Like we live in the past, we go into another world, another country. But after time, they started missing. The song, the language, the song, the culture, the food, what they got in the country, and they started looking up and searching up. Some of them just leave it, some of them are searching up, and I want to say each person who feeling that way, New Zealand, it's a beautiful country. Then you can find the people around the world, and a lot of they building up community when you can join and feel a little bit piece of your nature, of your roots, because even you come into the new country and you work in there, you put impact on this country and community or all these things. But actually, what I'm doing now, I'm still remember of my roots, and it's helped me to respect the New Zealand roots. I found a lot of inspiring on New Zealand nature culture, but at the same time, I respect my culture, and I basically involved. each cultural event in my region. I I go on to sing song, dance, and my folk dance, dress up on that way. I started to be involved not only in my region but also in Wellington with Ukrainian grandmothers. I very appreciate for their support me when I was in the beauty pageant, and it just becomes, normal communication, and you will probably thinking you don't need it, but when you go and found it people who's the same country as you will feel a little bit stress relief, but you doesn't know you have it. That's I'm recommended try it. We're gonna try to do it. Share it your national food. Yeah, what we go into different potluck. I'm pretty sure in your region you will have it. Or go into the culture and put your table with I don't know information about your country. Some people will come. You found new friends who will probably go in for the same challenges as you as a migrant, and it's help to mental health. Uh, that's yeah. I involved in a multicultural association in here in the Hawke's Bay, and how I said in Bennington, I was now when I started going to the Auckland, I meet new people, with Ukrainian community in the Auckland. Basically, from my country, different regions have a different balance of the people. In my region, we doesn't have too much, more based on Wellington and Auckland, which big community. Uh, but again, um, each culture is different, each mentality is different. Some of them they need to be big and connected very strong. Some of them you just need to meet time to time. Uh, that's yeah. I like to be involved in them because I have a lot of knowledge about my culture. It's not only language, it's not only song and dance, it's also knowledge about deep long traditions, uh, with the sewing patterns and all these things. Because how I said, I like history, I like all this how they connect things, and I teach my children, people who's like I know and from my country, and then as like shared the same things. And yeah, that's who I am. I like New Zealand. I love where I am now. It's not coming from the start. From the start, of course, lot of immigrants are thinking, "Oh my God, where is it? Who I am? What is the country? Why I can find the same things?" But when you relax, you understood the people everywhere the same.
Hmm.
This everywhere people they have like the same blood, the same vision of happiness, of relationship. They have the same problem in the family. They have a same challenges in the work. That we basically have lot of the similar connections.
Hmm.
And know about your country and your roots. It just know your color, but I see like country which is include like pictures with lots of colors together to make positive impact in the world, to make our social more healthy, stronger, and happier.
Cool. Thank you for that. Amazing. How can we embrace a positivity and resilience in our communities in these challenging times? And have you been involved in any projects that could help people around you?
I remember from the young age, I was thinking one of my goal is to make events because I believe the people uh like every time they go into the work or to the school, to the university, they have like a cycle, and the work, home, sleep, work, home, sleep, work, home, kids, sleep, and it makes like like a water. If you put in one container for a long time, it starts smelling. And if you want to keep it fresh, you need to refresh.
mm,
water, keep going it. And that was I was believing the people going to some event, the good preparing, good interaction and things like that. They don't thinking about anything else. They just go in there, relax, and it can help their mind recharge.
mm,
Right now, after time, I understood that actually it's not the one way. I believe in knowledge. I believe that if we give it to people some new, like some information from your experience, from books, from your knowledge, from your vision, and if you people keep open the mind, listen podcasts, watching YouTube, listen to speakers, motivation things like rails and things like that, they also it will help to recharge, to find that way how to make your life balance, how you make your life easier. That's why right now I am learn um, how to be a leader, to help people, to motivate people, to give it to them skills, how they own in their own way, in their own situation, can fight that challenge, going through of this period of their life and continue enjoying it, enjoying each minute because just one things you never can back. Money you will again put on the table after time. The some your material things like cars and other things. If it is broken, you can buy a new one. But time never coming back.
mm, mm,
The emotions, the experience, the moments what you spent with your young children, they're never back because they will growing up. It
mm,
will be different picture.
mm,
That's why I think it's important to use each minute to know, to learn how to get the skills to see the life, the positive, to find balance and things like that. That is one of the mission I think on this moment for myself and for what I want to give it to people.
mm, mm. Thank you for sharing that. I agree with you totally. All right, so we're now at the towards the end of this podcast, and we've got 5 questions I'm going to ask you. They're called the quick fire questions, and you can answer with one word, or you can a short sentence. Um, so the first question is, how do you define success, and has that definition changed for you over time?
It's interesting questions. I think when I was younger, I was feeling like everybody else, to have a good home, and a career, family, things like that. It's based on success. Uh, but right now, I understand the succeed moment. It's when you have your peace inside. If you
Mm,
have your peace inside, everything is possible.
yeah,
That
absolutely.
is definition of succeed for me.
Mm, absolutely. Yeah, totally agree. Okay, second question. Who has been your greatest inspiration and why?
I can't say about just one person because in each period of my life, I have a different people who is inspiring me. Um, I think, yeah, that's I can't manage someone just one person. Just in each period from childhood after growing, and I meet different people. It started like from parents, music artists, some book things, so that people who's speakers, coaching, things like that. Uh, Even my first like teacher or vocal teacher, how she's inspired me a lot when she started her own business in her 60 basically, and
Mm,
she succeeded, and she's everything what she said she wants to do she's did, and she's still inspiring me about that. She's also got a like staying like mother free for a long time and things like that. That's I think it's a how I said it's hard questions, and also for each different sections of your life you can find that someone to inspire you. It's hard to find just one person for everything.
Mm, mm. Yeah, that is true. Okay, if you could go back into time and give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
That is actually a easy answer.
Hmm.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I feel that's nothing because how I said before, any even the brilliant advice, amazing advice, if you give it to the person who is not ready to listen, it will be not work.
Hmm.
And I
That's
I
true.
know when I was a younger, on that my physical ability, my emotional ability, my psychology ability, it will be not ready to advise what I can have right now for myself. That is
Hmm.
everything which is going through make me who I am now.
Hmm. Yeah. What's one message that you'd like to share with the world?
Be yourself. It's not means you will be the same person for whole life. No, allow yourself changing,
Hmm.
but keep in your mind the right priority and allow yourself to be different. Accept yourself. It's help you to find your peace and help another people to accept you and give it to you what you need.
Hmm. Absolutely. So, Bogdana, it's been great having you on this Champion Mindset Collective podcast interview. And we would like to get you back for another episode. If people are wanting to get in touch with you and they've been inspired by this podcast, how would they get hold of you? And we'll put some links in the description of the podcast. But what are the main areas or the main way to get in touch with you?
On this moment, it's much easier to get in touch. It's just following me on my Facebook page as Mrs. Universe in New Zealand 2024, or on Instagram, it is the same, Miss Universe 2024 New Zealand. I think you will get a link on it.
Hmm.
And yeah, and get it from just message me and yeah,
Yeah.
be in touch there.
Well, thank you for joining us today. And for you listeners and viewers out there, if you've been inspired by Bogdana's story and her the information that she shared, and then I would encourage you to contact Bogdana or myself to have a chat. And make sure that you share this episode with your friends, your family, and your workmates. And if you haven't already done so, please follow this podcast so that you don't miss any future episodes and we can get this podcast out to the wider community. Remember to champion your life and champion your greatness. Thank you, everyone. Have an amazing day.